Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm back with another podcast, Fast and Action podcast. For those who don't know what my channel is all about, I do podcasts with specifically women in leadership, and today I have an amazing seasoned leader in portfolio management, private equity, and mergers and acquisition. We met on LinkedIn, and I thought to invite her in my podcast so that she can talk about who she is and she can shed some light on her experience. So, thank you so much, Rabia, for taking us some time on the weekend and being a part of my show. How are you? And please introduce yourself in detail to my audience.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much, Hassan, first of all, for inviting me today to your show. I'm really excited, and I really like, coming on different podcast channels, and it's so much learning, and I'm so glad I'm here. Just a quick
Thank you.
brief on myself. I've got a financial 25 years journey and then legal 7 8 years. So I'm more like a private equity merger acquisition specialist, a restructuring person, a business succession planning person, advisory person. So I have been working with major banks in Pakistan, local and international. Started my career from Citibank, Sybil as an internee, and then I was with the World Bank for some time as an accounting analyst. Then ANZ Grenlays, it was an Australian bank which was in like Pakistan. Then it was like merged with Standard Chartered later. I worked with them for some time. Then I moved to ABN AMRO. Even then, it was acquired by a, later by like UBP Bank, like Switzerland. So I've got the opportunity of working with international and local banks and investment banking, commercial banking, asset management industry. I was regional business head for North for HBL Asset Management, which is one of the largest management companies in Pakistan. I was
Nice.
the one who like set up the entire North region. I was heading retail and corporate, so I it was like quite an experience for me. Banking and then asset management, a totally different like diverse field. So then I had done my bachelor's in like math, stats, economics. I did my master's in economics, but my hunger for like studies never ended. So I wanted to do my law degree as well. So with working, I used to go to my classes, and I started doing my LLB. So I did my master's from SM Law College, Karachi. In like 2018. Then I wanted to do my thesis, and for that, I'm the only student from Pakistan who went to Hague for my research on ICC. So I like published my own book, and now my book is available in all like libraries of Supreme Court,
Wow.
High Court. So it was a journey, interesting journey, which I had, and I've got a working experience of 25 plus years, and of the financial sector, then legal sector. So I like represent a lot of organizations. I am the executive director for the Global Chambers for Pakistan. I'm the head for Worldwide Independent Lawyers League for Pakistan. I am a partner for Spencer West UK, which is a leading Fortune 500 law firm based out of UK, but I look after them for like Pakistan and Dubai. I am also the group head investments for one of the largest groups in Pakistan, SOS Group, which is into security guards businesses and like a lot of other diverse businesses. They just like launched their new airline by the name of South Air.
Okay.
So I'm looking after the investments like portfolio as well. So that's what I do, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
I mean, there's no field left you have never experienced, I guess. So you have been into every field. That's amazing. I think a lot of power to you. My next question was regarding like if you have worked in different domains. So how would you describe your journey in one sentence? But I think I already described that in a great way. Looking back at your younger self, Rabia, did you ever imagine reaching these boardrooms and leadership spaces?
Think as you go with your life with the flow, these things start. I mean, these companies and these like positions started, start coming in your way. So you need to like position yourself basically. For you asked me about this
Hmm.
board role levels, that how did I reach these level roles. So it's about the fact that you have to network, you have to inspire, you have to be there, you have to like position yourself for such roles. And then people approach you directly. I'm the board of director for like Crescent Star Insurance, which have recently taken over the Pickett Insurance as well. So I'm looking after them, and then I'm the board of trustee for Pakistan Institute of Living and Learning. I'm the board of governance for MIE arbitration and mediation. We're the first mediation center which has been established in Karachi, and we're partners with AIAC Malaysia, which is one of the largest arbitrator in Asia, IICRA UAE, which is one of the largest arbitrators in the world. So these positions helped me grow, network, make like strategic collaborations globally. So I'm a part of a lot of networks, like Global Chamber US helped me to like look after. I've like created the whole board here for Pakistan. They
Okay.
they wanted a strong
Nice.
like presence in Pakistan, and I'm the one who made the entire board. So Global Chambers is a
Wow.
very like important organization in US, and they're working on Pakistan a lot. So a lot of people from different businesses from US try to come to Pakistan. Then they look for me, and then they ask me how we can collaborate between Pakistan and US. Some exporters, importers, different kind of businesses. So it's a great learning and learn about new businesses, new like business ideas. I talk about like different businesses with the trade commissioners, between US and Pakistan. So it's a quite a learning for me as well. Some areas are also new for me, but I always like learning about new things which are emerging. Like learning more about the emerging markets after the war and everything going on all around the globe. Things are changing daily, and a lot of new
Yeah.
impact, a lot of like war related theories and stories, and like a direction of how we should like position ourselves for next 5 years or 10 years. What should be the strategic sectors we should work upon? A lot of changes happen with the time. So this helps you learn more, meet new people, meet new chambers, meet new advisory roles, everything. I mean, you learn new thing from everyone.
And I think you highlighted a very good point that it's how you position yourself at the end of the day, and it all comes
Yeah,
down to how you do your self branding, right? I'm a big
exactly,
advocate of self brand, and I've been teaching self brand to students quite a lot. So I think in this era where everything is digital and everything is fast paced,
true,
your digital presence and how you present yourself or build up your self brand is very important. I think that's
exactly.
where it all comes down
Well
to
said.
where you are
Yeah,
right now.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, what was the toughest phase of your career that silently shaped who you are today?
The toughest time was when I was changing from the financial to the legal world. A lot of people came to me, you could have been a CEO somewhere in some time, and why did you leave banks, and why did you come on the legal side? So, you have to keep yourself happy and satisfied. I don't care what people are thinking about me. So it's about I was not satisfied, and I wanted to learn about a new career. I wanted to go into the like legal side, and study law degree, and I just did it, and I'm happy, and I'm glad I did that. So now I'm wearing both caps. I can deal with financial world and also legal. So it's like wearing both caps, and it's interesting.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind pursuing something in law field? I was totally the opposite,
Actually,
so there must
I
be some
found
inspiration.
lawyers quite inspiring. I thought they're
Okay,
very
okay.
knowledgeable, and people take them seriously. I always thought that what is missing in my professional career, which I should take, where people start taking me very seriously. And I thought, that law is one thing where you get to know about the whole world. Like, like studying international law was quite an experience for me. And especially when I went to Hague and I did my research on ICC and ICJ, I went to the library, like did my book, and when I came back to Pakistan, I like published this book. So this was quite a learning, writing the thesis and learning about new countries, their laws, and it's quite interesting. I just liked doing that. So I thought maybe this could be a turning point in my life where I'm doing something which I wanted. Yeah,
Wow, nice. I think at the end of the day, you should. I always say this to my peers as well. You should always do what you love, and that's where you do
exactly,
wonders. Because
exactly.
otherwise, though, it's just a job where you go and come back. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's talk
absolutely.
about some leadership aspect in your career. So, after years of leadership experience you have, what does real leadership actually mean to you, Rabia?
Real leadership is all about inspiring, talking about your stories, learning about the leaders like Steve Jobs, like Richard Branson, Sarah Blackley, Simon Sinek. I've been reading books a lot, and I am a part of the World Leaders like conference where I'm invited every time to attend, where top leaders of the world attend. Like our speakers, and I learned every new thing in that session. I try to attend on weekends. It's a real summit where they invite top leaders of the world, and they talk about different countries and different things and different issues. Even the Global Chamber platform, they like invite me to their different platforms, like women leadership platforms, and or also like different like investor groups, based out of different parts of the world. What kind of investments are they looking at? What kind of sectors are they looking at? So this gives me the chance of learning more about what's happening in the world, where the investors are seeking interest, and where I can help my clients, getting linked to those investors all around the globe. So this is a very challenging time for like businesses right now because of the war and everything
Yeah.
going on. A lot of businesses are going towards restructuring, succession planning. They all need to join hands with like strategic partners or investors who could join hands with them, and help them run their businesses, because it's not just Pakistan, it's like all around the globe this is happening. And this is something which you can't stop because this is not in your hands. So it helps me guide people in a better way and everything.
Got it. Got it. Have you ever had to make a difficult or an unpopular decision in your leadership that later proved right? Because sometimes we, as a leader, tend to follow the footsteps of others, most traditional ones, but any unpopular decision you took and it turns out to be a success?
Yes, very good question, Hassan. And I think like decision making is a very important part being a leader. Sometimes you will have to take the decision at the same time. You just can't like delay those decisions. And such decisions are very impactful. They might break or make a business or any big like like strategic move. So I think like decision making is something which is very very important and like critical to any leader. So as a leader, you should know the risk mitigation, the like before taking the decision, what is the risk behind taking that decision. So I think with your experience and with time and with your knowledge, and it's reading helps you a lot. You should read books. You should
Yeah,
increase your knowledge. Knowledge is something which is so valuable. So you can take any decision, and this will be the right decision. Sometimes you might take a
do
wrong decision. Failure is always a
yeah,
part of success. I don't think if you fail, even if you fail 5 times, it's okay. That is the time when you go towards your success. So I don't think failure is a I would say the roadblock or something. I think failure is always learning. When you fail, then also you learn in a different way. So I always tell people, even
absolutely.
if you fail, it's okay. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world, but just keep going. Never give up. So never give up part always helps you.
But do you recall any example in your leadership journey where you took some decision and it was an amazing turnout?
Yeah, I have a lot of experiences. I love storytelling and sharing my own experiences, and I always like sharing my ideas with people. I love like being a trainer, because training is something which is a skill, and
Hmm.
which helps me even if I have a job or no job. But training is something which has always helped me as a skill that I have been able to earn, and make my living, even if I was not having jobs in the middle. There were like tough times in my life as well, where I
Right.
also went through challenges. But training is something that always helped me, giving knowledge to others and also learning from them. So this is a journey which I always share with people, that work on your skills. We, with the passage of time, with our jobs and everything, we stop focusing on our skills. Don't do that. This is a message for others as well, and like especially for youth. Like 65% of the population of Pakistan or any like populated country is youth. So this is a message for youth
Yeah,
that work upon your skills. Like degrees are important, but skill is most important, because skill is something which is your own thing, which will help you make your own brand. like you said before, how to build up your brand, how to build up yourself. This is an example I keep, like giving to everyone, that never, like give up. Even if you have challenges in your life, focus on your skills, and those skills will help you come out of that challenge.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very well said. What do you think? What separates influential leaders from people who simply hold titles?
I think influential leaders are always those who are actual leaders. Just claiming yourself as a leader sometimes doesn't help. A leader is a
Yeah,
person who works with the team, who knows how to run a team. The team works with their heart and soul and passion for that leader. I think leadership is not about just stories and just about, having a, position and, becoming, a leader. No. A leader is like, people should follow you. People, you should know how to run your team, not just as a leader, as a person. You should have empathy. You should know where your team went wrong, and you should be able to take up, like create backups and, hand holding your team. That's the most important, influential leader who knows how to handhold the team is working upon. And
right.
storytelling always helps you. You can relate your personal stories or your success stories to your team, and this would inspire them. So have inspirations in your life. As a leader, you should inspire people. That's a true leader. That's the most impactful or influential leader, who have his own stories to share, where people are inspired by him.
Absolutely. I think storytelling is a very strong tool
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
people can connect right away.
It can
I think it's
relate
the
to it.
best
It
tool.
can create impact. It can
Yeah,
create that value. Value proposition has to be there.
absolutely, absolutely.
You have to
What do you
stand
think in
out. You have to,
Mhm.
you've got to make that, that complex work as example for others. You need to lead.
Absolutely, 100% agreed. And people look up to you and they want to hear your success stories so that
Exactly.
they can get motivated and all that. Absolutely true.
Absolutely.
In today's corporate world, do you think emotional intelligence matters more than technical skills?
Yes, emotional intelligence is a very important tool. Like with your work skills, you need to be emotionally intelligent as well. Sometimes people who are even competent in everything, they lag behind just because of their skill. And sometimes people who are not that skillful and who are just average people, and then they just, like climb up the ladder more faster than because they have emotional intelligence skill in them. So this is an important tool, and you should work upon it. Yeah.
Do you want to give any suggestion or maybe help my audience with some tools where they can learn this skill?
Whoever you're reporting to, your like reporting line, you need to respect that. Sometimes people try to bypass the reporting line and try to climb up the ladder too fast by approaching, the seniors.
Yeah.
So you should respect the, reporting line, and you should need to be emotionally intelligent of how to handle that, one, position above you, how you can like, emotionally, with emotional intelligence, you can just, like be there for that particular person, who's your leader. And sometimes people try to jump up that role and go to,
Yeah.
senior levels and try to climb up the ladder too fast, but they come down at the same rate as well. So you need to be slow. You need to move at a very slow pace. Sometimes a very fast pace also can put you down. I mean, this is just my personal
Right.
observation, but yes, of
No, I
course.
agree with you. Yeah. Yeah. Right. As a woman in finance and governance, what barriers did you personally have to break?
As a woman, it's quite challenging. I mean, it's a multitasking thing. You have to run your home as well. You have to take care of kids. You have to, be there for every official thing as well. So it's quite challenging. It's not easy for a woman to work in the society. But yes, I can see more women now coming on leadership roles. Like you see India, every top CEO of the bank or any other MNC is a woman. So I can see a lot of women, like presence on like leadership role, and especially in the apparel industry. Like if you compare our apparel or textile industry with India, you can see a lot of, gaps, because, the women, presence is less in Pakistan as compared to India. And I think their apparel
Hmm.
industry is doing quite well, just because of the fact that, they are diverse. So this is
Yeah.
something which we need to work upon, and especially our, society. Like if I talk about our Islamic banks, you will hardly find any women, leaders on in some Islamic banks, because, we have
Okay.
an issue. I don't see any key like leadership roles, and especially women in Islamic banks. So this is also something which needs to be looked upon. That right now the state bank has this vote that every bank should have a like women in board. So this is something which is new and which is a new initiative by the state bank,
Okay.
and this is very
Okay.
good. But we need to also improve upon improving more women leaders on leadership roles. Yeah.
And do you think in this manly society, women are still being accepted as a leaders, or the trend is still the old?
It
Like,
depends
do you
on
see the
yourself.
change?
It just depends on yourself. As I just mentioned, it's
Yeah.
totally how you deal as a leader, how you grow yourself, how you're being emotionally intelligent, how your like knowledge and your competence should you should help you grow in your position. So it's all about your knowledge, competence as well. Sometimes it's about your passion. It's about the impact you can give to your organization, how you add value to that particular organization as a leader.
Absolutely. How do you define executive presence?
You should, do some sort of certifications. You should, to be an executive director or something. It's not that hard. You
No, no,
need
no,
to,
no, no.
see what kind of certification.
The question is not regarding executive direction. My question is, how do you define executive presence?
It's powerful. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's encouraging. It's inspiring. A women on
Yes.
executive role or a leadership role. It's very powerful. Women being empowered. So this is something which is very important for a women to feel empowered. Yeah.
So, what advice you want to give to young women
I
who are
think
trying to
I
build
want
their?
to encourage women to come, on leadership roles. Don't hesitate. Sometimes women also hesitate because of their personal issues, because of their,
Yeah.
work life and home life balances. You need to create a balance. You don't have to bring home to work or work to home. You need to create a balance. If you create that balance and you learn how to create that balance, this should help you grow very fast. And you should not hesitate. You should just not give up. You should just keep going and learning, and your learning tool should always be there. Learn as much as you can, because if you have good degrees, you have good certifications, nobody can stop you grow. So your own knowledge, your own like value creation is very important. That how you can add value to the organization based on your experiences and your like diversity. So diversity is very important. You need to be diverse. You need to have like challenging roles, and you need to be diverse. Even if you don't know something, you can always learn. So learning also sometimes help. If you don't know about something but you're learning about that particular skill or that particular department or that particular role, it always helps you grow. Yeah.
And I think you're right. I've been working with a lot of females, and I think time has changed because एक तो महंगाई इतनी हो चुकी है कि now both partners needs to work so that they can run their families. So I think time has
Yeah.
changed, and I see a lot of female leaders in my office as well. In fact, we have two directors who are at the top level, the director level, and company has moved them from Pakistan to US. So we do have two success stories in the company, and time has changed. But I do admire women as a leaders because sometimes I mean, they have to look after their families, they have to look after their kitchen, they have to look after their
Absolutely.
children, and at the same time, they're doing so. It's not easy. So I think salute to all the women who's watching this podcast. That it's not easy. You're not only making some impact in the economy, but also in the overall society. So kudos to you
Yeah,
all.
absolutely.
Okay. What financial mistakes do you see professional making repeatedly?
You should do your savings. We don't believe in savings. So even if you're working, try to save some money for the future, which we don't believe in. So a lot of organizations are now focusing on creating those voluntary pension schemes or some
Yeah.
savings schemes, and you should think about how you can save that money by investing in some gold or silver or these kind of things. These days a lot of people are investing in silver. I see people talking
Yeah.
about it because gold has become very expensive. So women are
Yep.
investing a lot in silver, and which is very good. Now they have this habit of savings, and and like, so, especially when you're looking after the household, the men comes with their salaries to the women, so they expect them to grow that money, not just spend the whole amount, that particular month or whatever. So you should have some budget for savings as well. And this is very easy. You just need to like organize yourself, or like budget yourself.
Absolutely. But I think people are still a little hesitant in terms of investing because there are a lot of scam out there. Previously, people used to invest a lot in property, but I see the trend has changed. Now people are investing in gold sometimes, in
Yeah.
silver. And I think buying
Yeah.
cars and selling is also one of the lucrative businesses as well. So it's
So
also
many
a good
things. I mean,
investment. So
people are working from home. People are doing their food
yeah, yeah,
businesses from home. Yeah, even like women who are housewives, they can do so much from home. It's not that the life is ended if they're housewives. They can start their own startups, and maybe some cooking and everything can be done from home. So just that you need to add value to the society, to your own house, to the community. You have to be busy. You have to be multitasking. Anything can be done. So nothing is impossible. You just have to have that idea. Like, I met a woman who is making her own candles, and she started a candle business. Another woman I
nice.
met, she's doing her, home like chilies, those spices.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
making at home, and now
yeah.
she's making a brand, and coming up with her own spices, and now she'll be exporting as well. So I see a lot of enterprising women, doing such stuff, and nothing is impossible. My own sister is an entrepreneur. She started very small in Africa, and mashallah, see, now she's leading the whole store, and everyone knows him in Africa. So, it's something which you need to just start doing things, grow with the passage of time. You just have to be there. You just have to
Absolutely.
learn that particular, business, and, how you can grow in that business. So she's mashallah, done very well.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, let's switch some gears and talk about your personal reflection and a human side of you as Rabia. So, behind the achievement and the titles you have, what keeps Rabia grounded as a person?
As a person, I try to help others. I like
Okay,
volunteer for a lot of organizations like Al Khidmat. They're coming up with this like Bano Kabul program where they're training 55,000 students free. And those 55,000 students will be a very big asset for Pakistan, because then, they can be
absolutely.
placed internationally, and they can bring those remittances back home. This could create more jobs. And so I like volunteer for such organizations. I was a part of Lions Club as well. I was the president for Lions Club for like some time
Okay,
back. So I keep working with different organizations, like Wheelchair Association of Pakistan, like the Deaf Association of Pakistan. I keep helping them how I can add value. Maybe sometimes going and just talking is also an inspiration for others. So if you can spend some time, even just going and talking to those people, or some orphanages, or some, I think this I do for my own self, like not for anyone, but just to keep my own
right,
self satisfied.
right.
How
Okay,
I'm
that's good.
adding value to the community.
I think I've been lately asked this question from a lot of people that what is the true purpose of your life? I mean, why are you here and born in this world? The common answer I got from a lot of people was we're here to support each other. So I think I can resonate with the answer. We
Yeah,
all are here in this world to help each other. That's the
exactly.
only thing. And I believe the biggest religion in the world is the religion of humanity. Rest of the
Of
religion comes
course.
afterwards.
You
Right.
should leave
So
your legacy. If you're not there one day, you should leave your legacy. That's, I guess, the most
absolutely.
important thing. So money,
Absolutely.
is important, yes, but at the end of the day, it's about your presence, about your own, personality, how you can create that impact to the society, even if you're not there. So that's
Absolutely.
what I
Creating
believe in.
legacy is the main. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. 100% agreed. Was there a moment in life where you wanted to quit and what helped you continue?
Never ever, actually. I never stopped any time in my life. Even when I was struggling, I had no jobs. I was doing my train. I was just doing something or the other to keep myself busy, and keep myself going. So I never gave up. I just kept going.
Keep
I
going,
don't
keep
even
going.
think
Okay.
there was, the one moment in my life where I thought I'll just quit and not do anything. I don't even think that one moment came in my life as yet, and I don't want to have
Okay.
that moment. that I'm feeling like I just want to quit and do nothing. No, I don't want to think like that. I want to be
And
positive.
how long have you been working? Like how many years of experience you have in
For
total?
30 plus years, yeah.
Wow.
I started my journey when I did my graduation. And I was
Okay.
working since I was in metric. I used to give tuitions at home.
Wow. Quite a journey.
Actually,
Okay.
I
Okay.
started working while I was doing like my metric.
Okay. One leadership lesson you learned the hard way.
I think a true leader is the one who inspires others, where others, even if I'm like conducting a training session, my objective is to, if some, even two or three people learn something from this day and make a change in their life, like because of my session today, I would think myself as a lucky person. So you
Absolutely.
should bring an impact in somebody's life. That is a true leader. You should, people should be inspired by you, and you should be there for people to guide them. It's not about money always, it's about the impact you can create in others' lives.
Absolutely. 100% agreed. Fun question, coffee or tea?
Tea, but sometimes I like taking coffee as well. But I'm not a coffee,
You're a
person.
tea person?
More like a tea person, yeah.
Okay. If your life would have a movie, there's a movie on your life, what would be the title of the movie?
That's a very challenging question right now. Happiness. I would name my book Happiness. How to be happy.
And why would you choose that particular set words,
Because
happiness?
it's very important for anyone to be happy in order to achieve something. Happiness
Okay.
is itself, it has a huge value in anybody's life. If you're happy, people surrounded, within your circle are all happy. Wherever you're working or at home, the happiness is creating a value for not just you, but also people around you. So I would say happiness is the key. My book, maybe titled, would be Happiness.
Beautiful
How to be
message.
happy.
I love it. I love it. Um, I'm actually loving this podcast, but we have to end this podcast here. So, any last message you want to give to my audience before we call it a day?
Yeah, my last message is, never give up. Even if you fail, it's okay. Life doesn't end.
Hmm.
Keep going. Never stop. Think a lot about your life, but focus on yourself. Don't listen to people much. Do whatever you feel is good and focus on your, building up yourself, how to uplift yourself. Think about it every day, and you will come up with solutions. These days we've got Google, we've got Chat GPT, we've got Meta, we've got so many things. Everything is available, so you don't need to go to anyone. Keep your reading on. Read books, read magazines, read newspaper a lot. Newspaper people sometimes miss out. Why? Read newspaper. You should know what's happening in the world. Watch any like informative channels, news if you can. It's important to learn about the world, what's happening, especially after the wars going on and everything. You should know what are the emerging markets, what should be the next step, where which business would grow, which business would not work. You should have these ideas that if you're sitting with someone, you can talk about anything or everything.
Yeah, yeah. So, guys, the message is very clear. Invest in yourself and get yourself up to date with the latest technology as well as latest updates so that you know what is emerging in the market and you have the capability to learn that and use those skills. Thank you so much, Rabia. It was
Welcome.
lovely
Thank you so
talking to
much for the
you,
invite
and
today. Look forward to see this podcast. Do send me. And thank you very
likewise,
much.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye.